Scene opens on a cozy living room, sunlight streaming in, soft instrumental music plays, a kind, older face appears on the screen, smiling gently. Hello, friend. How are you doing today? I hope this finds you well. Let's talk, just you and me. Lately, I've been thinking about something that weighs heavily on the hearts of many of us, the ones who have lived a little longer. It's about family, about peace of mind, knowing your loved ones will be okay. And it all starts with a single, often overlooked thing. A mistake, really. One little slip-up in that important document. The one most of us call the will. Scene shifts to a close-up of hands gently turning the pages of a will. The music becomes slightly more serious. Many of us spend our lives building a home, raising children, trying our best to give them a good start. We think, once I'm gone, everything will be fine. But sometimes, friend, the very document meant to ensure harmony can cause the exact opposite. I'm talking about the pain of seeing your children at odds. Scene cuts to a montage of quick shots. A cluttered kitchen, a worried face looking at bills, a person struggling to get up after a fall, a lonely person staring out the window. I know the worry, the sleepless nights, the fear of leaving behind a mess of financial troubles, a mess of strained relationships, a mess of conflict. You're not alone in feeling this. The truth is, a poorly written will can turn even the closest families into warring factions. It's a sad reality, but it's real. It can happen to anyone, and it often happens because of one simple mistake. One mistake that, if not addressed, can create so much turmoil. Scene returns to the friendly face, the smile a little more serious now. That mistake, it's often the lack of clarity about exactly what you want to happen, the unclear wording, the things you assume your children will understand, and that can lead to misinterpretations, to disagreements, to resentment. But here's the good news, my friend. It's often fixable, and you can fix it now. You have time to protect your legacy of love and the peace in your home. Scene fades to black, then reappears with a calm, gentle tone. In the next part, we'll delve deeper into this. We'll talk about how this one mistake shows up and the damage it causes. And more importantly, we'll start discussing practical steps. Steps you can take to make sure your loved ones remember you with love, not bitterness, so you can sleep soundly, knowing you've done everything you could to keep your family together. Stay tuned. All right, friend, let's keep talking. So, you've made a will. That's already a big step. You thought you were done, right? But even a well-intentioned will can be flawed. It can lead to trouble after you're gone. Picture this: the reading of the will. Your children gathered. Tensions are high. Maybe they're already not. Seeing eye to eye. You don't want to make it worse, do you? You poured your heart and soul into raising them. You built a home filled with love. Now, you worry about the inheritance. Let me tell you about Sarah. She was a lovely woman, widowed for years. She had 2 children, a son and a daughter. She thought she'd done everything right. She'd made a will, dividing her assets equally. The house, the savings, everything. Sarah wanted peace, but she forgot one thing: the house. Her will specified the house, but the paperwork wasn't up to date. The deed wasn't in good shape. Little things that Sarah thought didn't matter. Well, they did. After she passed, her children argued, bitterly, over the house, the value, who paid what. Months of fighting, lawyers. Sadly, it was ugly. It's exactly the kind of thing you want to avoid. You don't want your memory stained with that. And it comes down to one small mistake. It's what I want to highlight. It's about updating beneficiaries. It might be your bank accounts, your life insurance, your retirement funds. They all need to be properly listed, correctly named. Make sure it's accurate. Don't assume, oh, it's covered in the will. Double check. Things change, you know? People come and go. Relationships shift. You need to keep things current. Now I'll tell you more about how to check those beneficiaries. But first, remember Sarah. You don't want her story to be yours. This isn't just about money. It's about peace. It's about your legacy of love and harmony. We'll dig into something even more crucial. Coming up, something that helps avoid some tricky situations. Stay tuned. All right, let's keep going. We were just talking about the importance of being clear. You wouldn't want any confusion, would you? So imagine this. Your dearest friend, maybe Carol or John, they pass away, and everything seems all right at first. But then, the will is read, and bam, a mistake. Not a big, complicated one, just a tiny detail. Perhaps a specific account wasn't named clearly, or a property wasn't fully described. This small oversight, it's like a tiny crack in a dam. Slowly, almost imperceptibly at first, the water starts to leak. And what's this water? It's resentment. It's the frustration of your children, feeling like things weren't handled fairly. Now picture a Sunday afternoon. It's quiet. You're at home. You can almost feel it. That subtle shift in the air. The phone rings. It's your daughter. Or maybe your son. The tone is strained. Maybe just a little bit. It's about the inheritance. About the details. Suddenly you can see them, your children, arguing over something you loved, over something you worked so hard for, over you. This is the heartbreak we all fear, isn't it? That our final act of love turns into a source of family division, and you realize it could have been prevented, easily, with just a little bit of foresight and the right guidance. Like the clarity we talked about earlier. The most common culprit here? Vague language. Ambiguity in the will. Lawyers can sometimes miss a detail, or the wording can be open to interpretation. Think about it. Is all my jewelry clear enough? Or does it need to specify the gold watch you got on your 25th wedding anniversary? Or worse, maybe a specific sibling feels a certain piece of jewelry, a cherished heirloom from grandma, should clearly go to them, and the will doesn't state it so clearly. They may feel deeply hurt and shortchanged. This can create lasting bitterness and rift in your family. This sort of thing causes the heartache. And remember, that is exactly what we are trying to avoid. So how can you fix this? It's not too late. The solution isn't complicated. In fact, we will talk about the best thing you can do to avoid it. But it will have to wait until next time. This mistake has to be understood before we can fix it. Okay, here is part 4 of the script. Scene, living room, sunlight, a comfortable armchair, empty teacup on the side table, soft instrumental music playing. My friends, we've talked about a lot today. Protecting your home, making sure your wishes are clear. You know, making sure the right people inherit things. Avoiding that common mistake in your will. Sometimes, even after you've dotted all the I's and crossed all the T's, things can still go wrong, sadly. Imagine this. You've planned everything perfectly on paper. You have a solid will. But life happens. Family dynamics shift. Scene. Quick cut to a kitchen. A woman, Anna 60s, is at the sink. Looks worried. Her son, Mark, is on the phone in the background. She overhears snippets of an argument. Anna, my friend, thought she was prepared. She had her will. But her children? Let's just say they weren't always the best of friends. One of them always felt slighted. The other always felt entitled. After her husband passed, disagreements arose. It started with simple things. The silverware, a family photo, then escalated. Scene. Back in the living room, the armchair is still there. That common mistake, it's not just about what you give. It's about how you talk about it. Often, a vague will leaves room for interpretation. And that, my friends, can ignite fires. Fires that burn for years. The fix? Make sure everything is clear. Leave nothing to chance. Specify, down to the details, who gets what, and why. You can even add a letter of instruction. Explain your thinking. Scene. Back to Anna at the kitchen. She's now sitting at the table. A lawyer, Mr. Davis, is with her. They're reviewing documents. Mr. Davis, her lawyer, helped her amend the will. They detailed every single item, added a clear explanation, addressed the specific concerns of both children. It wasn't easy. It took time, and sometimes tears. But it brought a peace that Anna could finally feel. The peace that she, like you, deserves. Scene. Back. In the living room. Take a look at your will today. Review it. Then take a look at your children or grandchildren. Do you see any potential for conflict? Remember, peace of mind is priceless, and you can get it. Now I have a very important warning coming up. Something about a very bad habit that many people, your age and mine, fall into. A habit that can silently destroy everything you work so hard to build. Stay tuned.